Welcome one, welcome all to the 2020 Southern Indoor Championships, aptly known as the SIC, S-I-C. We're here in Ottauguaville, Alabama, half an hour west of Montgomery for this inaugural event. Sorry, annual event. Anyways, here we go. Let's do a track walk. We're going down the front straightaway here. This track, you're gonna notice something. We have two straightaways. Anyways, straightaway, straightforward, pretty simple. Except, you figure right now we have about a 15-foot lane. We got a hump here at the end. And what this does, you're gonna see a pipe start to appear. There's a little chicane, meaning we're being funneled from this 15-foot straight, and you gotta hit this line right here. You have like a 2-foot. So we're getting funneled from 15 foot to 2-foot. So if you're racing somebody down the straight, somebody's gotta give or something's gonna give as you jump this jump over here. Anyways, we're launching off this. We're staying pretty tight, almost kind of crossing over this pipe a little bit. And we're trying to land right there, right where that crater is. That's a landing spot. So you've got a good 15-foot, 20-foot launch here. Trying to stick it somewhere in this area. Stay tight. Make this left-hander. And then a sharp right. Now they're watering a lot more this year. They built the track with a lot more water, but it is still getting rough in a couple spots. You can see that is pretty rough right there. So that can kind of really take your car and dig it into this pipe. So it's kind of trying to blip the throttle through that to keep the car momentum going forward. Try not to stay on the throttle to where it could hook in that rut. Anyways, get on the throttle here. Got an uphill. This track has a lot of what I call uphill tables. You climb up to a table type top and drop back down. So you'll see that a few times. We have a nice easy drop off. It looks bigger from where we're standing here, but really it doesn't take much throttle to be able to get down that downside. And then we're approaching the step up of doom. They've definitely fixed it throughout the weekend. It was pretty hard to make earlier, but we're really launching this guy right about the middle and launching almost into the face of this step up. So if you hit it just right, you're landing literally a foot or two before the incline here. And then having a nice little pop up. Try not to get too much height. You just want to just barely eclipse it. Nail the brakes, go on down the downside. So we're at about 50% to a little bit on the inside here. And then we got a left-handed 180, but not a sharp 180. Have a little bit of a straight there, and it can be a little challenging because you can see there's a little bit of a roughness starting to approach and appear here. It's not too bad yet, but this, when it dries out, is one of the grippier sections. So it can actually kind of grab your car and turn you in a little bit early here. So you gotta watch out for that. And then we go down this little straight section with two large doubles. Easy to make. The hardest thing is right now avoiding traffic in practice. But just take that double, try to be kind of in the middle. I actually find though that on this one, inside or outside, either one kind of launches you a little bit lower. You can actually see right here, right in there, there's a kicker, and that launches you a bit higher. If you hit one or the other and still stay in the track when you land it, it's probably a little faster, keeps your car a little bit lower. But you got to make sure you can hit it consistently. That's the goal, to be able to make the 180 here at the end. And as you do this, to me, this is actually one of the harder spots for me to be smooth through, just because where I'm standing on the driver's stand is all the way on the far end. So this is the farthest part of the track for me. But anyways, you can see it's starting to get rough actually a little bit coming onto the straight. I haven't seen it affect cars too badly yet, but I assume that's going to continue to break apart as we enter qualifying tomorrow. And you'll notice this is the second straightaway on the track. So we've had I geared up one tooth on the pinion on electric buggy. Nitro was already geared pretty well for this. We are leaning it out a little bit, getting that top end. I mean, there's two nice straightaways here, getting a little bit of a drag race going on. And so what we're doing here, coming out to about half to 3/4, because if you're any further out, there's a little bit more dust, and it seems like you're not getting as much forward drive. If you're staying in the middle to about 3/4 out, it gives you enough traction, because that's where it's going off, and then it allows you to have a nice arc here to make this right-handed 90. So I'm trying to arc this and stay really tight if I can. Try not to hit the pipe, but stay as close as I can, and start setting up for a little bit of a straight shot at this next corner. And again, this is that uphill table. I'll put this at ground level. You can see the table is a good 2 to 3 feet high. And you just kind of pop up, slow down enough before you hit it, pop up. Sharp left-handed 180 here. And then you're set up for the next one. So aiming for about this section right here. And this one's a little bit bigger. This one's, I'm right now ground level. The camera is at about my chin level. So it's about a 4.5 foot high little countertop here. So you pop up, be careful not to turn too abruptly, especially when the grip starts to come up more. You might have a tendency to flip, so you want to make sure you come up with all 4 tires. Make this sharp. This 180 up here. Pop on down the downhill. And I'm out about middle and starting to arc for that straightaway. So really this year's a pretty easy layout. Lap times are going to be super close. It's going to be some really tight racing. Let me go up on the driver's stand to show you. You can see here the SIC, the trophy podium, all decked out. So let's go up on the driver's stand right quick. See some pits, people pitting all around the outside. There's tons of motorhomes on the outside of the building as well. There's 490 entries at the moment. So I think that might be the biggest SIC in its history. So let's discuss the track a little bit. So this is where I stand, right about here, which makes the face of this a little bit blind. It makes that back corner a little tough for me. It's not too bad though. But this track, it really is kind of a one-line track, I think, especially with the fast guys. And why that is because you have a lot of right-handed and left-handed corners. You don't have a bunch of like right. So when you have a right-handed, left-handed corner, like I said, on the straightaway, you're funneling into having to hit this perfect line right here. And everybody's trying to hit that same line. So and it's a right-handed, you kind of launch off this. Yeah, I flick my wheels to the right to get it to kind of set this way. And then kind of a second before I land, I flick it to the left to flatten it back out and get it to set and land on those right 2 tires to get it to have momentum to start this corner right away. And like I said, on this corner here, I'm trying to like blip it through those rough spots to make it so the car doesn't get out of shape. And then kind of going up to about the half, kind of blipping up here, staying tight. Nice easy drop down. Launching this to about the face. Popping up. Downside, trying to be smooth here. Nice gas double. Another double. And right where they are about. I'm trying to stay tight. Actually, I think if you go a little bit wide, that berm can actually help you a little bit. Keep the car smoother around that corner and kind of give you a little bit of a launch down the back straightaway. And again, bleed out to about halfway. Nice arcing corner here. Pop up left-handed 180. Kind of line up for the next one. Tabletop up, right-handed 180, down to the straight. So, but you can see though, we got a right, a left, a right. Then you got, there's one of the only 2 rights there, but it's not much to work with as far as passing people. So in practice, we had a very big skill gap between the top guys and the sportsman guys that are running. And so you come up on guys really quick. It's really hard to pass because say like right here, you're on the inside of them, but if they go along with you, all of a sudden they're on the inside. You come around here, if you're on the inside here and they're right on the outside of you, you go to this next one and then all of a sudden you're on the outside. So it's kind of hard to work around that. It's going to take some clean driving amongst the drivers to make it all happen. We'll see what happens once we're actually driving with guys of our own ability levels. Should be fun though. Again, track's easy, should make for some really good, exciting racing. Tune in to liverc.com. You can watch it live all weekend. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you at the next one. Bye-bye.